Good morning. Happy Saturday. Microsoft Flight Simulator. First and only stream of the day, although we have 3 flights planned for today. First off, we're going to start off in the Flying Iron Spitfire and make our way from Dinwiddie County, Petersburg, down to Raleigh, North Carolina. I know I said a different area, or we were taking off and landing in 2 different airports, but I'll explain a little bit more about why we're doing this today here in just a moment. I'm going to advance the time just a little bit because I want to have it where the sun's... Oops, that's way too far. Going to have a nice sunrise flight. There we go. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Boy, it's like... Yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's get in here and get ready to go. So anyway, I was researching a bit about the Spitfire in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and what I discovered, and I didn't really think about this right off the bat, that they
Bravo traffic Froggy 237 taking off runway 23 departure to the south.
Alright, let's get the weather changed too so we have a nice clear flight. There's a lot of torque in this engine, so if you go right off to the full throttle to take off, that's why we get this. The aircraft will try to pull off the runway, and the same thing when we land. So what I'm going to try to do today is that we're going to actually land a little bit, hopefully a little bit easier today. That's the intent, hopefully. So anyway, so if we go and let's put, first off, let's get a little bit of lighting in here so we don't have that flashlight essentially. Alright, so if we just go a little bit of throttle, to start rolling, and then keep adjusting. There's kind of gone up now, but see there, now it's like over torquing. That's why you have that tendency to pull off the well, you know, it's like going side to side on the runway. Wow. Normally this thing wants to just climb. Oh, why is it not trimming? There we go. Okay, now it's finally climbing. Alright.
Potomac approach Froggy 237 is type Supermarine Spitfire 2 miles southwest of Kilo Papa Tango Bravo 700 feet. Request flight following.
Froggy 237 Potomac approach. Squawk 1134.
Squawk 1134 Froggy 237.
Froggy 237 radar contact 3 miles southwest of Kilo Papa Tango Bravo 2,200 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
Roger, Froggy 237.
Alright, well, at least we're now airborne. I'll throttle back here just a bit more. There's that weird... So yeah, after we're done here, we're gonna hop over to the MB-339. We're gonna do the startup and taxi out because this is gonna should be a fairly quick flight to Raleigh, Durham Raleigh International. A little crusty salute to Dinwiddie there behind us. Thank you for hosting our flight today. So yeah, I was watching a video, and you know, of course, the Spitfire came out on the PC side of things first, but you know, I think I was trying to overdo it with the plane. So we're hopefully going to have a good landing today. I think we will. Trying to get this thing to kind of trim out now if we can. So there's the cannons again. You can toggle them and then they show up, or at least where the cannons would be on the aircraft if they were armed. Probably a bit chilly to have the oh, so this one does, that's another thing too. So this thing right here is an external fuel tank, and you can, I guess, maybe okay, we jettisoned it. We don't need it. So there we are. We've already used up that fuel. How about that? We don't need it. Alright, there we are. We are on our way. So, anyway, yeah, so we're going to try to, kind of, we've got a long runway to land on.
Contact Washington approach on 132.025. Good day.
Sun peeking up over
Going
the
to
horizon there.
132.025 Froggy 237. Washington approach Froggy 237 8,900 feet.
Froggy 237, Washington approach altimeter 29.90 to continue as planned.
What was I gonna say? I kind of lost my train of thought. So yeah, we have a long runway to work with, and that's why I picked that, because that seemed to be one of the things. Even though technically these planes would land on a grass runway, but they were very long. These huge fields. So if we
118.75 for Froggy 237. Washington Center, Froggy 237, 9,700 feet.
Froggy 237, Washington Center, altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
I think there's a defrost on here somewhere. There we go. Windshields are getting a little frosty a bit. Go ahead and turn that on and warm the windshield up. So I think with even with a concrete, if we kind of just take our time and hover over the runway a bit, not like a helicopter hover, but just kind of just take our time and slow down and then set down at a reasonable speed, and then we should be good to go. We shouldn't have that torque already still going in the engine that causes the plane to want to shoot off the runway one way or the other. Just kind of looking at everything here. But this thing does start up. I can start it up cold on the ground, and maybe on the 1st. So this is our last Spitfire Saturday for 2021. On the 1st of January, the new year, we're going to do Spitfire Saturday, but we're going to actually we'll do the startup and all that, taxi out and take off for our first Spitfire Saturday. So we will be doing that. It's not as complicated as it might seem to be. So Oh, I have been on mute. I am so sorry. I just realized that. So, real quickly, looking ahead, on the 3rd of January, we're going to do the, we're going to take the Embraer 175 CRJ from Bristol, Johnson, Kingsport down to Atlanta. It'll be like a regional service, which is something that is actually true to life there. Today, after we're going to do this, we're going to head over to the MB-339, and then once we do the Mach Loop thing, we're going to head in over on the F-15 over to the Star Wars Loop. That will be featured again in the F-14 going through the Star Wars Loop on the 1st of January. So we will continue to fly even through the holidays. It's okay. If you want to join in, you're more than welcome, or not join, but you know, if you want to watch, you can. If you know you got family things going on, that's perfectly fine as well. I completely understand it's the holidays, so it's fine. So we will deal with that. Well, we won't. Nothing to deal with. We'll continue to do our thing, and if you can hang out, you're more than welcome to. If not, it's perfectly fine. I'm used to kind of talking to myself at this point on the stream because nobody's interacting, so it's fine. Anyways, so yeah, that's the plan. The 29th, the flight, we're going to cancel that. We're just going to do the, we'll move that into the new year as well. So on the 3rd, we're doing the flight in the Embraer down to Atlanta. On the 4th, we're doing Islamabad to Multan in the A320. So the 5th and the 6th will be, the 5th will be the flight from Houston to Mexico in the 777 300 ER, and then on the 5th or the 6th will be the 777 Freightliner from Miami to down in Guatemala. I can't remember the name of the airport, but anyway, it's in my notes. So yeah, all that is coming up in the first few days of January, the first few days of the new year. Scenic Sunday, we will be in New Zealand on the 2nd of January. There are some glaciers and all that. There's an airport nearby. We're going to take off and fly around the glaciers and have a good sightseeing trip there. So that should be fun. So we are near our airport. I'm gonna fly over, and then we'll get our request. You know, we should be able to start landing, or get our pattern entry for landing there on runway 23 right. We're just gonna keep.
Rocky 237, contact Raleigh approach on 1
There we go.
decimal tree. Good day.
Ta-da! We didn't even have to wait.
125 decimal tree Froggy 237. Raleigh approach Froggy 237 10,800 feet.
Froggy 237, Raleigh approach altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
That's not what I wanted to hear. We gotta drop some serious altitude here. Now, we took off on runway 23, so we're going to 23 right, so we should be almost heading straight for our runway that we intend to land on. So, anyways, so let's see what happens. We're dropping altitude now, and we're fast approaching our time approach. It might just be if we can get things kind of slowed down here, we might just have a straight in approach, which I guess will work if necessary. Not that they would probably want a classic warbird to land on their, probably their longest part.
Contact Raleigh approach on 127.675. Good day.
127.675 Froggy 237. Raleigh approach Froggy 237 8,100 feet.
Froggy 237 Raleigh approach altimeter 29.9 continue as planned.
Alright. Let's see if we can...
Raleigh Tower Froggy 237 is 15 miles northeast 7,500 feet with kilo to land.
Froggy 237 Raleigh Tower.
There we go. Aha.
Perfect. Fly straight in runway 23 right.
23 right
Fly
is
straight,
just
runway 23 right Froggy 237.
to the right of that marker, I believe. Oh, there's our pattern entry. Look at that. Go ahead and get our flaps down too, so we can kind of start bleeding off some of the speed as we descend. Wow, this thing really got nosed over. Alright, here we go. So we want to touch down at about 80 knots. That's the speed that we need to look for before we touch the wheels on the ground. Mick, I'm guessing you're the one lurking on Twitch and YouTube. Hopefully you're okay, my friend. Guessing it's you.
Wind 279 Clear to land runway 23 right.
Cleared to land runway 23 right Froggy 237.
Get a little bit of altitude back, or try to keep our nose up so that we bleed off the speed, but we're still. Oops. We don't want to lose too much altitude too quickly. We're still gonna... There we go. See, it's starting to do that weird weavy back and forth. I'm trying to get the... Ooh, boy, it is...
Foggy 237, turn next
Oh,
taxiway.
there goes. Ah,
Foggy 237, contact ground on 121.7.
see, it does this weird...
121.7 Froggy 237.
Alright, well, at least we're on the ground and we didn't, let's just stop here or slow down and we can contact, ask for parking instructions.
Raleigh ground, Froggy 237 taxi to parking.
Froggy 237 taxi to General Aviation parking via taxiway Delta Foxtrot.
Taxiing to General Aviation parking via taxiway Delta Foxtrot, Froggy 237.
It still has that tendency to want to just zip right off to the right, or lately it's been to the right. Sometimes it wants to go the other way. But yeah, that's the... Apparently that's still the torque or something. Even though we were well below 80 knots when we landed, it should have been a very smooth landing and we should have just been able to just, you know, go down the field here and have a better landing. But that wasn't too bad. At least we didn't nose over or fall well short of the runway. So we'll just taxi this over and we'll park it. We'll hop over in the MB-339 and we'll get that going. here we are. We probably could have hovered over the runway a little bit longer if we wanted. Just to bleed off a little bit more of the speed, but that's alright. Alright, let's turn our battery off. Get to, yeah, there, I can get to the switch maybe from here. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Nice 29-minute flight. We didn't crash. That's the positive thing. All right, let's go get the MB-339. And I've got the list procedure. There it is. Perfect. All right. We will do this one. It's only the one livery, I believe. Yep. Perfect. And we are going to go... I never remember the name of the airport there by the Mach Loop, but... it's right there. One better. So we're going to take off from there. And then we're going to go... Mach Loop is... where's... there it is. So we're just going to go... we're going to put a marker right here. So we know which way to head. Alright, let's get in here. We'll change the weather. And then we'll get this thing started up. Sun's still kind of coming up, but it's not light enough out yet that I can... I need to turn on a little lamp to be able to read. All right. I'm going to get a swig of coffee here before we go. All right, let's do this. Now we'll let our co-pilot talk to ATC. I don't know why. I gotta change that again. All right, so battery on. Gotta find all the switches again. It should be right here. Battery on. Gen 1 and 2 on. Hit red cover just in front of fuel transfer, which should be this one. And then the close the aileron servo. Turn on 2 switches near the starter. I gotta find the starters. Oh, so it should be, yep, there's this one, and then this one. The radio, lower left. Oops. Should be this one. There we go, and then UHF to main. That should do that. I think there's another one over here we got to turn on. That one. And then GPS switch on. Yep, I just did that. Click the starter buttons, which is the... Oh, click it. We just have to click the starter button. There we go. So now we just got to look for the RPM to start building up, and then we'll add a little bit of throttle. And we're all set. There we go. We're going to the south.
Land through ground, Froggy 237, request taxi for takeoff departure to the south.
Froggy 237 taxi to and hold short of runway 17 using taxiway Bravo cross runway 15 Alpha. Contact tower on 122.5 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 17 via taxiway Bravo cross runway 15 Alpha Froggy 237.
All right. Oh, let's change our weather so we get our altimeter correct here. All right. Well, that wasn't so bad. I guess you are, Axel, because nobody else has said boo all morning. So, yeah. I guess you've been the one watching. I don't know. We're going to try to go around this person. We're going to cut across the grass here, which we shouldn't be doing, but because we don't have any backup capabilities or whatever. We don't have any pushback capabilities, not backup, but pushback.
Land through tower Froggy 237 ready at runway 17 south departure.
Froggy 237
That's
altimeter
15.
29.9er, 2 wind 271 at tree. South departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 17.
Cleared for takeoff runway 17 Froggy 237.
All right. Hello, Daniel. How are you? Imagining you're just getting back from the chip shop. Welcome. Oh, 17 is over there, I think. Yeah, okay, that's 17 right there. That's all right. That's 17. Alright, let's do this. I think we are all set. Yeah, should be all set now. Let's go. Oh, let's turn on our lights before I forget. Cabin light. That one. That one. And there should be one for the nav lights. Maybe it was over here. Oh well. That's fine. Canopy is closed there, knucklehead. And away we go.
Foggy 237, continue for south departure.
Land through Tower Froggy 237, continue for south departure.
But he stayed overnight, so I dropped her off home before call. Oh, nice. Good deal, Daniel.
Land through Tower Froggy 237, frequency change. Land for approach Froggy 237 is type 3 miles.
I saw that you just got your haircut recently.
Foggy 237, land bid approach. Squawk 3311.
Squawk 3311 Froggy 237.
Foggy 237 radar contact 4 miles south of land bed at 3,600 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Roger Froggy 237.
All right, let's do this. Oh, I didn't lock the canopy. Oops. Yeah, I saw it. Good deal. I had to trim my own hair finally. It was getting a little out of control. Not that I have a lot, but once it starts to grow out, what little I have, it just gets all... It's insane. So... Yeah, a neat little plane here. At least we got our formation lights on. That's all that matters. So we'll turn in here in just a moment. Have a run. That's a good way to bleed off some altitude very quickly. Good morning, Mach Loop. It's us. We're back. Of course, we won't get the same speeds out of this as we would with the F-15 or the F-14 or T-45 was actually pretty zippy through here too. Hold on a second. I gotta pause this. I don't know, Daniel. I think Mick is out of action for a bit. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm surprised Bella hasn't popped in. So yeah, I don't know what to say. It's been rather quiet. But it is what it is. I think everybody's kind of got that, you know, there's a week to Christmas and people are finishing up last minute holiday stuff. Well, that looks like a nice place to live. So, yeah. Beck said, I think she had stuff to do, so she wasn't going to be home. Yeah. I really don't know. I'm honestly surprised that Amela hasn't popped in by now. Oh. I didn't know that was the case. But, anyways. Well, whoever's here, they're here. It is what it is. I'm going to fly regardless. People can watch it on the later on when they see fit. So, anyways. So yeah, I had a channel raid yesterday, Daniel, over on Twitch. Somebody came in with about 30-something people. Got a few more followers out of it. But, yeah, it was good stuff. I think this is the actual Mach Loop area. If I looked at the videos correctly, this is the area where they normally fly through. Because I remember seeing this little lake area. Oh, Mello's having cake. Yeah, so yeah, it was really unexpected. We were doing the flight in the Cessna 172 yesterday, and it said there was a raid party with like 30-something people. So, yeah, it was good stuff. Here's our final run through the Mach Loop with the MB-339. I think we will return sometime next year as we get hopefully more fighter aircraft to have a little fun through here. I don't think they actually get as low as we get, but it's all good fun. We can be a little bit crazier because it's just a video game. Oh, nice. So then you'll be off for the holidays then, after all that. And then it'll be right back at it in the new year, I would imagine. Well, I think that was a pretty decent run. I don't think anybody got sick. I think Bex tries to stay away from my Saturday streams because she's like, oh no, you're going to get crazy. And that's alright. Alright. There we go. A final run to the Mach Loop for 2021. We'll be back again next year. I've got to go back in Boxing Day night. Oh, okay. Now, do you get paid extra for going in on that day, Daniel? Do your employers give you a little extra because it's like a holiday thing? I know in America, if you work like a holiday, they're supposed to give you holiday pay or at least time and a half or something like that. You get paid extra for working that time. Well, that went pretty well, I think. All right, let's head for the airport there. Go ahead and make a lazy right turn there and see if we can haul in already for... There it is.
Land through Tower Froggy 237 13 miles south, 3,500 feet to land.
Froggy 237 land Bedford Tower. Altimeter
Ooh, straight in. I like it.
Make straight in runway tree 5.
Fly straight in runway tree 5 Froggy 237.
Wow. Well, there we go. Oh, we usually work bank holidays, so we get an extra week's holiday. Oh, nice. Okay, well, at least as long as you get something positive out of it. Usually it's nice to have a little bit extra in the paycheck, but, you know, not all bosses will certainly...
Foggy 2 tree, 7 wind 271 at tree. Clear to land runway tree 5.
Cleared to land runway tree 5 Froggy 237.
Go along with that. But it is what it is. Hello, Amela. Well, there you go. There's at least one of the usual suspects there, Daniel. How are you, Amilla? Nice to see you. It's been lonely without you in the chat today. Daniel felt lost without you. He didn't know what to say or do without you. There we go. You had a little song today too. What other channel do you get some awesome flying around the Mach Loop and a little bit of a song? Come on now. That's epic stuff right there. I'm doing good. Yeah. Doing okay. Yeah. Good, okay, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, things are fine. We didn't crash the Spitfire, so that's a good thing. Because you just don't. Yeah, you got your chips to contend with, Daniel. Can't say I blame you there. I'd be stuffing my face too. All right, let's unlock our. Get some fresh air in here.
Foggy 237, turn next taxiway.
Alright, we'll contact ground. That wasn't too bad of a landing.
Foggy 237, contact ground on 122.5.
Going to 122.5 Froggy 237. Land for ground Froggy 237, request taxi to parking.
Froggy 237 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway cross runway 33, cross runway 23 Bravo.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway cross runway 33, cross runway 23 Bravo Froggy 237.
Alright, we got one more flight planned here in a moment, folks, so stick around, don't go anywhere. We will be heading to our next location for our jet or military aircraft shenanigans. The Rainbow Canyon, aka Star Wars Canyon, near Death Valley, California. We'll have a bit of fun there, and then we'll wrap this up, call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow. Farm sim first, and then our scenic tour of Rio de Janeiro. I had to think about it for a second, even though I have it written right next to me. Yeah, fun little plane to fly. Easy to start up once you know all the procedures. Yeah, good stuff. I think this is like the Italian version of the T-45 or the British Hawk training aircraft. Zip right along here and park it and shut it down. Hop in the F-15 and we'll be on our way. We'll have to advance the time, of course, because it's only 4:30 in the morning there on the West Coast. So I don't want to be flying in the canyons in the dark. I don't want to do that. That wouldn't be a good idea. I was thinking about if I could just cut through there, but there's that building in the way, so I can't do that. So, how are things in the city, Mello? I know here the weather's been a bit wonky, but how's things in the city? Crazy. Yesterday it was almost in the 60s. Well, no, it said it was going to get in the 60s, and I think it only reached the mid 40s here, but it felt like it was a lot warmer than they said it was. Very weird. But they said we should be expecting a snowstorm here pretty soon. Yeah, I figured as much because it's been crazy warm here as well. Oop. Oh, there we go. 14-minute flight. That wasn't too bad for 14 minutes. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got sick. Surprisingly, I'm surprised, especially. Yeah, when I saw the weather for here like a day or two ago with the temperatures, I was like, that's not possible. You know, we should already be in the, you know, if it goes as high as maybe the mid 40s or low 50s, I think that's reasonable. But yeah, that was just insane. All right, let's go and get our F-15. 14 F-15. We're going to take the E, I think. And we're going to take, I think it was this last one. So we are going over all the way to, all right, so I just have to find my, okay, there's Las Vegas, there's China Lake. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from right here. And we're going to go, basically, we want to climb out and head towards there. So we want to follow that valley. So I'm going to put a marker about there. And then we're going to go up to about here. I don't want that. Nope. Let's delete that. Okay, now I just have to add one this way. There we go. Perfect. So, because the entrance to the Star Wars Canyon is right around here. So, we'll go in here and we'll advance the time once we're on the yeah, well, it's nuts because for many people, I think, Daniel, that crazy weather, they get sick very easily because the temperatures are almost at one extreme or the other. There's no like reasonable, slight differences, where you can get acclimated essentially. So, before we go, I'm going to run and use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's do this. Get the start up. Oh, get the weather changed, get the time changed a little bit, and then we'll start up this plane, taxi out, and make our way. Have a bit of fun, and we'll call it a day. All right, there we go. All right, so let me try to remember where everything is. Avionics on, battery on. I gotta hit these. Oh, gotta hit the starter switch. Oh no, I think I gotta do these three over here first. Maybe it was just those two. Maybe that was it. All right. Then let's hit our starter engines. A little bit of throttle.
China Lake ground, Froggy 237 requesting pushback.
There we go.
Froggy 237 pushback request accepted.
Ta-da! Uh-oh. It's got a mind of its own. Well, that was kind of odd. Oh, he's okay. Now he's pushing me back. Got it. No, get out the way. You're gonna get ran over, dude. What in the world? I think we're gonna go to the here to the
China Lake ground, Froggy 237 requesting the end of pushback.
Froggy 237 request to end pushback received.
China Lake ground, Froggy 237 request taxi to the active departure to the west.
Froggy 237 taxi to and hold short of runway 21 via taxiway cross runway 26 cross runway 32 cross runway 26 Alpha Delta. Contact tower on 120.15 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway 21 using taxiway cross runway 26 cross runway 32 cross runway 26 Alpha Delta Froggy 237.
No, we're just kind of on the grass here. That's fine. Right. Taking a left up here. There's our runway. No, So basically China... Oh, hello, Pithers. How are you? Long time no see. Just in time for our last flight of the day.
Froggy 237 hold position, caution other traffic.
Yeah. He needs a hold for me.
237 continue taxi.
Hold position,
I'm on a mission
Froggy
here.
237.
Oh, come on, co-pilot. You should have been talking to them.
China Lake Tower Froggy 237 ready at runway 21 west departure.
Man.
Froggy 237 altimeter 29er to wind 258 at tree. Departure to the west approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 21.
Cleared for takeoff runway 21 Froggy 237.
All right. All right, let's light this candle.
Froggy 237 continue for west departure.
China Lake Tower Froggy 237 continue for west departure.
Froggy 237 leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
China Lake Tower Froggy 237 frequency change. Joshua approach Froggy 237 is type 4 miles southwest of China Lake, 5,300 feet. Request flight following.
Froggy 237 Joshua approach. Squawk 5417.
Squawk 5417 Froggy 237.
Froggy 237 radar contact 2 miles south of China Lake, 5,600 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Roger Froggy 237.
All right. I'm not going to get it and just look at it. That's a very valid point there, Daniel. Absolutely. If I order food, I'm not going to sit there and go like, "Ooh, this is some good-looking food." I'm going to be like, "I'm hungry. Let's get at this." I did have a bagel this morning with my coffee. Had a bit of an onion in it, which was good. So, Death Valley, California, one of the hottest places in the United States. It is, I think, below sea level? At sea level. I can't remember which. I do encourage you to research it for yourself. It is a weirdly beautiful place. Some people live here year round. I don't know how they do it. I guess they've just become accustomed to the extreme heats. Or extreme heat, not heats, heat. during the summer. I imagine it feels like it's bitterly cold at night once the sun goes down. Yeah, Las Vegas isn't far from here, actually. We could even actually fly over to the Air Force Base there in Las Vegas. We could do that, actually. It's Nellis. Yeah, we might do that just for fun. Hey, Josh! How are you? Long time no see. Very long time in no see. How are you? What's new? Have you found any more pink cabooses?
Froggy 237, contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Good day.
Going to 132.3 Froggy 237. Los Angeles Center Froggy 237 11,300 feet.
Froggy 237 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.92 continue as planned. Froggy 237 contact Joshua approach on 126.55. Good day.
Oh, that's okay. Josh, I figured you were busy with work or something, or...
Joshua approach Froggy
It's all
237
good.
11,500 feet.
Froggy 237 Joshua approach altimeter 29.92 continue as planned.
Alright, folks. Well, we're starting to lose a bit of altitude now.
Froggy 237 contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Good day.
132.3 for Froggy 237. Los Angeles Center Froggy 237 11,300 feet.
I was just thinking about you the other day. I was like, you know, I haven't seen Josh in ages. I hope you were okay.
Continue to Costa as planned.
Let's see, let me get the... So we will look for... Yep, alright, I know what to look for now. Perfect. So yeah, we'll land over at Nellis. Conclude our flight by landing at the Air Force Base there. China Lake is a naval weapons testing facility. So that's probably why we get... Every time I land there, I always get put on that same little ramp 74. I don't know why. So I feel like they don't like me there, so we'll go actually land at an Air Force facility. So it is over that away somewhere. So once we get done flying, we'll make our way towards Las Vegas, and maybe we'll buzz downtown. How about that? I'm glad to hear that, Josh. I was man, he hasn't been around in a while. I hope everything was okay. All right, let's make our way. We need to bleed off a lot of altitude here. So we can have some fun. Yeah, what I did, just kind of a cursory flight through here, just to kind of see the area, what it was like. I was like, man, I should have streamed that. It was a lot of fun flying. So there's this airfield right here there is a retreat or a spa or something out here. Now, I don't know in what world does that make any sense, but sure, why not? So I think, you'll see, I've heard conflicting, like the way that it says that where the actual canyon is, I think it's back right here. We will turn expeditiously and forthwith and try to have a bit of fun here. There we go. Oh no! Mommy, I don't want to go on this ride today. Ooh, it's too scary. Ooh, uh-oh. That is scary. That is scary. Ooh, I think we got out of that one okay. Oh, maybe not. I think we had an engine failure. Ugh. Yep, I think the engine shut off on us. Yep, they sure did. Can we take off from here? Maybe we're the little plane that could. Maybe if we can get up off over this hill here, we can take off. Come on. Come on, plane, you can do it. You can climb up the hill. Come on. Who's a good little plane? Alright. Let's just do that one more time. Yeah, I got a little too cocky there. We're gonna redo that one again. But this time, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take off. We're just gonna be on the runway. I think it was, which one did we go? 14? Let's just take off from runway 08. That way we don't have to worry about the whole startup procedure. We just gotta find that. There's that little. There we go. Oh well, I thought maybe if I put the afterburners on, it would have taken off on its own. But that's all right. It's all in good fun. It happens. All right, let's go do this. Now see, it's weird because this is a runway, but it seems very narrow for a runway. It seems like more of a taxiway.
Foggy 237, continue for east departure.
China Lake Tower Froggy 237, continue for east departure.
Foggy 237 leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
China Lake Tower Froggy 237, frequency change. Joshua approach Froggy 237 is type 2 miles east of China Lake, 4,000 feet. Request flight following.
Froggy 237 Joshua approach. Squawk 2472.
Squawk 2472 Froggy 237.
Froggy 237 radar contact 4 miles east of China Lake 7,000 feet.
You know, Daniel, if I didn't know any better, I think Amella's a bit jealous that you've consumed your food already.
Froggy 237 contact Los Angeles Center on 1 tree, 2 decimal tree. Good day.
1 tree 2 decimal tree for Froggy 237. Los Angeles Center Froggy 237 9,400 feet.
Froggy 237 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.92 continue as planned.
I think Amella would prefer to have devoured the fish and chips instead of you. If I had to guess, you know, Amella, if Amella's not consuming the food, then there's something wrong. So yeah, we'll find Nellis here, Nellis Air Force Base, and we'll fly out towards Las Vegas after we're done with having a bit of fun. We're gonna try that again. Got a little too big for my britches, as they like to say. Yeah, but he's got to have dessert, Amella. That's the thing. Is it, what is it, the, milk chocolates today, Daniel? Or did you get some Terry chocolate orange? Close enough to that marker that we can go ahead and start turning towards.
Froggy 237 contact Joshua approach on 133.65. Good day.
So yeah, Joshua Tree National Monument is
133.65
around here.
for Froggy 237. Joshua approach Froggy 237 12,800 feet.
Froggy 237 Joshua approach altimeter 29.92 continue to Costa as planned. Froggy 237 contact Los Angeles Center on 1 tree, 2 decimal tree. Good day.
Joshua Tree area, obviously very famous from
Going to
the
1 tree, 2 decimal tree,
Joshua Tree
Los Angeles
album
Center, Froggy
from
237 12,300 feet.
the iconic photos on the cover of that album.
29.92 continue to Costa as planned.
I suspect that all the pictures from that album cover shoot, or I would think that they'd be collected in a, what do you call it, some kind of a photo book or something. I did see them for the Joshua Tree tour. Jaffa cakes. Ah, nice. Yep, the Joshua. I have to find that. Maybe we could do a flying tour of this another time. Some really beautiful scenery, like I said before we went crashing into the ground. Really beautiful area. Kind of an alien sort of landscape, I guess, in some respects. Oh, that's right, because this is where the very first Star Wars movie, not the prequels, but the very first one, New Hope, the scenes for Tatooine were filmed out here in this area. And I think it was near this, not far from that airport probably, and I think that's where that canyon got the name Star Wars Canyon, because I think that was where the scene where Luke went looking for Obi-Wan Kenobi. was in that canyon with the sand raiders and all that attacking him, and Kenobi saves his life and all that. So I think that's where the name came from, not necessarily the scene from the movie where, you know, the canyon was reminiscent of the run through the trenches of the Death Star to destroy it. So that's pretty bright. That's alright, it'll fix itself. Not that we need to have all that information there on the HUD, it's just kind of cool to see, but it's very kind of too bright. Alright, let's try this again. This time we'll try to be a little bit more practical in our run. Oh, I think I hit the wrong canyon. Oops, a daisy. That's alright. We'll just stick with this. I think like a little bit of early morning flying over a desert area. I don't think that little airstrip there could handle the F-15 landing there. I mean, well, I guess if it's a dry lake bed area, theoretically you could set it down anywhere. It's just, you know, it's a hard enough surface that you could do that. Let's see what's over on this side. Oh, look at that. Got that nice sliver of the sun. The light just... That is really cool. I tell you, that's one of the great things about this sim. The lighting is just phenomenal. It's one of the few things that I think they get really right. Yeah, let's see what's over this way, shall we? I mean, who's going to say no to us? We're in a fighter jet. Well, not that we're armed, but they don't know that. Ooh, this looks like fun right here. Let's see what this is all about right here. Stovepipe Wells. Sounds like a rootin' tootin' good time right there. Stovepipe Wells. I would think, you know, as much as I like the point-to-point stuff, but I would think a place like the Joshua Tree National Monument would be a point of interest. So if you want it, you know, if you want to go check it out in the sim, you've got to kind of find it in the kind of get a generalized location.
Contact Los Angeles Center on 127.1. Good day.
127.1 Froggy 237. Los Angeles Center Froggy 237 4,700 feet.
Froggy 237 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.9 continue to coast as planned.
Whoa. Little barrel roll was for you, Bex. You know, maybe you'll watch it later. Probably not, though.
Froggy 237 contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Good day.
Let's see what's over here.
132.3 for Froggy 237. Los Angeles Center Froggy 237 10,800 feet.
Froggy 237 Los Angeles
we're
Center
way too high.
No. Continue to coast as planned.
I gotta get rid of some of that altitude. That's not acceptable. Kinds of a neat little places here, I think.
Contact Los Angeles Center on 127.1. Good day.
127.1.
It's very reminiscent to me of Fort Irwin, California, the National Training Center.
Froggy 237 Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.9 continue to coast as planned.
Alright. There's our marker. Now I think if we fly east-southeast, right about this away, let's see if we can pull up oops, back. Alright, it's gonna... I think if we just fly out that way towards the sun, we'll be fine. Once we see the marker for Las Vegas International, then we can find the... we'll see Nellis, because it's not... you should see both markers. Well, there we are. Look at that. Now check this out. Let's see. Where's the camera? There it is. Oh, now we're kind of nosing over. I don't want that. Come on. No reason to get crazy and start diving towards those mountains. No, we don't want to stall either. All right. I was hoping to do this real quick. Look at that. Da-da-da. We're flying as a 3-star general today. Woo-wee, look at us. Alright, I gotta probably get back in here because it's... I think we're... Oh yeah, we are losing a ton of altitude now. Woo-wee. Oops-a-daisy. See, this is the only thing that I don't like, is it seems to me that the throttles are not in unison. I'm not sure why that is, but I wish there was like a throttle lock that both of them worked in tandem. Now I could understand if one goes out that you got to use the other, you know, you can only use one engine. But anyways. LSV, that's what we're looking for. I don't think we're close enough yet to be able to call in for a... Nope.
Foggy 237, contact Los Angeles Center on 1 tree, 2 decimal tree. Good day.
1 tree 2 decimal tree for Froggy 237. Los Angeles Center, Froggy 237, 13,400 feet.
Foggy 237, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 29.9 continue to Costa as planned. Foggy 237, contact Los Angeles Center on 1 tree 2 decimal 5. Good day.
1 tree 2 decimal 5.
Alright, there's China Lake is right
Los
over...
Angeles Center, Froggy 237, 14,700 feet.
Froggy 237, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 29.9 continue to Costa as planned.
Yeah, a nice little flight here. Sun's coming up. So China Lake is over there off the top of the tail there on the right, kind of generalizing that it's over in that neck of the woods. Then Las Vegas should be right about this way. Yeah, we're cruising right along here. We're fine. We can keep looking for a lot of small little fields through here. Wow, we're still nowhere near. It's not even on the list yet. We're too far out. That's okay. We'll just have this nice little flight here over the scenery. A little bit of a scenic tour today. Not too bad. Alright. Actually, what we can do... kind of get an idea, roughly. So we are... let's kind of see if we can't dead reckon it. It's there.
Froggy 237, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.625. Good day.
124.625 Froggy 237. Los Angeles Center Froggy 237, 15,500 feet.
Froggy 237, Los Angeles Center, altimeter 29.9er, to continue to Costa as planned.
I think I kind of know where we are. But we got to turn a little bit more south. There's Death Valley. I think that's where we kind of flying over. So we, yeah, if we go a little bit more, we should kind of run into it. I think if we turn towards those markers there. If I'm kind of looking at the overhead map that I'm looking at, I kind of feel like if we follow this away. Let's see here. See if we could find at least McLaren International, then we know we're in the right, we're heading in the right direction. Okay, that's Edwards Air Force Base. I guess we could ham there if we want. There's Baker. Okay, if there's McCarran KLS, then we should see KL. We need KLSV. There it is, right there.
Nellis Tower, Froggy 2377, 4 miles southwest, 16,000 feet to land.
Perfect. Found it.
Froggy 237 Nellis Tower. Altimeter 29.9 to wind 259.
Not necessarily found it, but
Enter left downwind runway 21 right.
Make left traffic runway 21 right, Froggy 237.
there we go. Dun, 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 dun. Well, wasn't necessarily going the right direction, but finally came up on the list. That's all that matters. Getting that hard left there. Oh, 6 people watching. Well, thank you all for coming in. Just looking over at the viewers. Appreciate that. If you wouldn't mind leaving a thumbs up for me, greatly appreciate that as well. Say hello in the chat, if you'd be so kind. Oh, I see. I asked for thumbs up and then people disappear. Go figure. Alright, yeah, so nice easy going flight here. We had a bit of fun, we had a little bit of a wreck. That's okay. It's all good. They decided not to charge us for negligence, so we don't have to pay for the damage. That's a good thing. So, yeah. So we'll fly here into Las Vegas, Nellis Air Force Base. I have been here, not on official duty or anything, but played a couple softball tournaments out here at Nellis years ago, which was not entirely fun because it's hot. And if you don't have a large enough team to rotate people so that you can stay hydrated, it wears you out very quickly. So yeah, some of the teams, they had enough people that they could rotate, you know, play maybe 3 innings, get off the field, cool down, relax. So yeah, we were out. We had enough people to field a team, but not enough to. Coffee with Jaffa cakes, nice. Very good, Daniel. I think Amela just like when reading that. Why do you gotta tease Amela like that, Daniel? Come on now, that's not nice. You know how much Amela loves food. Well, nice to see some familiar faces in the chat, definitely. At least one new face, Axel. Appreciate you coming in today. You're becoming a regular in the chat, in the stream. I appreciate that. You know you're making Amela upset, Daniel. Daniel's having all this food and I don't have anything that I want. Nothing looks good in the fridge. Nothing looks good in the cupboard. It's Daniel's fault. Yeah, we had a bit of fun today. That's good. Tomorrow we will be back on the farm. We'll get the fields fertilized and sowed and fertilized again, just to make sure that we have a good crop. Then we'll go flying in Rio de Janeiro. We're gonna have a bit of fun. We're gonna have some more fun in Rio de Janeiro, not like the fun that we normally have with the flying like fools and crashing and all that, but we're gonna have a nice scenic flight in a fun little plane. So yeah, looking forward to that. Any minute now. I know Mel's going to say something in the chat about you, Daniel. I'm just waiting to see it pop in. You know you can't play with Mel's emotions like that. It's not fair, Daniel. It's not fair at all. All right. Here we are in Nevada. We'll go past the airport there. The international airport. That is it's a crazy airport to get in and out of, I think. It's so big. Like when I visited my friend there in Vegas, it was like trying to figure out how to get to even to the baggage claim area was a bit of a headache. All right, and as we come into Las Vegas, that should be the Luxor Hotel right there by my little dot, the famous Pyramid Hotel there in Las Vegas. And then there's basically all the hotels, casinos. If we could get away with it, I'd probably buzz downtown Vegas, but I don't know. It'd be very narrow, I think. I'd probably have another accident or two. Unless I could just bounce it off the hotels, going back to sleep, maybe, or just I'm on in the background and Amel's doing other things. So yeah, I think next year Las Vegas will host the NFL draft. We'll be here in Las Vegas at the Bellagio. In the main fountain of the Bellagio, actually. Wow, that looks kind of... It doesn't look very good. But yeah, there is the Luxor Hotel, the Pyramid Hotel. And then I think there's the one that has the small Eiffel Tower there as well. So... Wow, our pattern entry takes us right through this hill. What's up with that? That's not cool. Oh. Say hello in the Posh. Oh, I appreciate that, Daniel. Very kind of you. Welcome to the Posh channel. Just for you on the Posh channel, there is in-flight service on the Posh channel. You get stroop waffles and a latte. Since that's Mick's favorite. The Posh channel takes its cues from Mick. So you get stroop waffles and latte over in the Posh channel. Wow, we're going to have a little bit of fun here as we fly over these peaks. As part of our approach into Nellis. So there you go, you get a little extra for $5. I do appreciate that, Daniel. Nice to see you in both channels.
Froggy 237, wind 259er at tree. Cleared to land runway 21 right.
Cleared to land runway 21 right, Froggy 237.
Wasn't it Richard's birthday recently or something? I think I remember that. Well, happy belated birthday to you, Richard. If you're watching, or watch it again on the replay. I won't say exactly what day it was. Nobody needs to confirm the date, but yeah, happy birthday to you. Wow, this thing just, it's like it's nosed over and I'm pulling up, but it's not even doing anything. Jeez Louise. I think I got a little too anxious with the flaps and all that. Boy, it was like we were heading straight into the ground there. Luckily we saved it. Don't want a repeat of earlier. Ooh, wow, look at that. Oop.
Froggy 237, contact ground on 121.8.
121.8.
Well, that's what happens when you land very faster than you're supposed to. We were well above our landing speed, I think. But we got it back under control. Not the smoothest landing, but we are in Las Vegas. Ooh-wee.
Nellis ground, Froggy 237 taxi to parking.
Froggy 237 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha, Froggy 237.
Yeah, well, I had to. It was like I had to pull up because we were on our way into the ground very early. So again, it's one of these things that it's getting used to how you know, like the proper landing speeds and stuff like that. You know, knowing when to drop the flaps and whatnot to help slow the plane down. Now this does have a speed brake of some kind when it lands, but I don't know how to, you know, put it like on an auto setting so that you know, you get that speed brake to help slow you down. But well, disaster averted. So there we are. We will park it up here, and then we will call it a day. But at least we're not going to have that crazy parking spot there over in the ramp 74 at China Lake. We'll actually park properly at a real Air Force base. So on behalf of the United States Air Force, we'd like to welcome you to Nellis Air Force Base. Please refrain from taking any pictures, making any notes, asking too many questions, so forth and so forth. We don't want to kick you off the base for violating security protocols. The end. You have been flown today. The F-15 was flown by a 3-star Air Force general just because he could and did. So there we go. So again, I do greatly appreciate everybody coming in today, hanging out, having fun, having a laugh. Cut through here. And we're going to cut over here. Now what those Dare TBMs are doing here, I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure that's what those are. Or they're something... Oh, no, those are Beechcraft, the G56s or something like that. All right. Battery off. Avionics off. There we go. All right. Much better. Oh, it was only 38 minutes. It seemed like it was a lot longer than that. Oh well. Anywho, that will be it for today, folks. Do greatly appreciate all you coming in. I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. No offense, Daniel. I just didn't want to verify the date just to protect Richard's privacy. But I'm glad you confirmed what I suspected. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. I greatly appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out. I will see you all tomorrow on the farm. And then we will go flying around Rio de Janeiro. So tune in for that, if at all possible. Looking forward to having you here. I will see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, whatever the case may be. Peace. Live long and prosper.